Hello, my name is Oatmeal Joy Arnold. I wanted to make a quick video in response to the video that was made by the famous YouTuber named Dead Wing Dork, which I never heard of before until somebody sent me a message, comment on YouTube, and apparently he went live, and well, I watched it, and it was 3 hours long. He did a video, he did a live stream. This YouTuber, which I never heard of until now, and he's pretty good at what he does, and he has something like 30,000 or 300,000 subscribers. He's pretty big, and he was streaming on Valentine's Day 2022. That's this year, of course. Here I am taking my time going through details, and I've done that in the past, and I look back and I wonder, why do I do that? And it's a little bit, I want to say it's a little bit cringe and stuff, and I still do it, even though I know that I do it, but I still do it. I wanted to make this video really quickly, and I was thinking the audio will probably need to be fixed in post, and I'm probably not going to say everything that I want to say right now. And I was thinking of editing this down later in post and adding it to a proper reaction video, a response video. And I was going to bring my laptop here to the Arnold Attic. Let's call this place the Arnold Attic for now. And I'm not gonna try to say everything right now. I'm probably only gonna talk for a few minutes. I should say, for the record, my name again. My name is Oatmeal Joey Arnold. I'm just a guy who makes videos and write art. I write art. I can't even talk. You would think I would, but a guy like me, I have a broken zipper, maybe a broken mind. People wonder, are you crazy? Are you high? Are you on drugs? No. But sometimes I act a little crazy, and I would do this sometimes because I wanted people to know about me, and I wanted to go viral, and then I would probably try to act a little serious later on. It was crazy. Back in 2009, I would get thousands of views and probably up to 200,000. Well, it was over 200,000 around then. I checked recently with archive.org, and that's what it said. And at the time, I wasn't really thinking too much about what that meant. There's just so many details that I think about when I try to talk about anything, that I feel like it's important, but then I don't get to the point, and then I get lost in a bunch of rabbit trails. It's funny to make a video about me, go down a rabbit trail about me, when in fact I'm the kind of guy that goes down rabbit trails every time I talk, and I have a hard time doing that. Here I am playing with my zipper. I don't know if you can see this, but playing with my zipper. Why? Because I'm not happy with it. Because it's broken. I need a new one. I probably need a new face. There's a lot of things I want to say. I wanted to I wanted to ask the questions. I wanted to think about the questions and then like ask it, and then edit this video out, edit it, take it apart, insert it into the questions that were asked in the live stream. I feel like as much as I wanted to be some kind of YouTuber, it didn't happen. And I can say this retrospectively, looking back at the past 20 or 30 years, I can tell you what did not happen. I'm not gonna try to say too much about the future because I don't wanna do that. I don't wanna put myself in a box and say that I will be successful or not successful. I pause a lot when I talk and think about this a lot, and I know that I have a lot of problems in regards to being an entertainer or a YouTuber or a writer or whatever else. Like, it doesn't matter, like a communicator, and you name it, and it's challenging, and I don't think I can do this video properly. I don't think I can do it properly. Now I can see why some people do so many edits when they're uploading videos, that there's so many jump cuts, because this happens to everybody, whether you like it or not, whether you're good or not. There are ways around it a little bit, especially if you're really good at talking, and you can either let it all out or not. So I'm going to try to think of a few questions and then try to answer them, but it's not going to be all of them, and the answers are not going to be good enough in my book. But I'm just going to do this for now, right now. And I'm going to say, first of all, I was recording a video a night ago, the other day. So I was recording a video the other day, and it was a response to that video he did on me. And I was recording it for 2 hours, and then after looking at it, I realized my audio is a lot lower than his. And I was like, I need to fix this. But there was only one audio stream, and I should have known better as a video editor kind of person. I want to be a filmmaker since '96. Who am I? What am I? The Arnold Attic. So one question would be, what's the Arnold Attic? It was a story that I was making to personify my home videos, and I was making some teaser trailers. And so these trailers were designed to introduce the Arnold Attic films, the home videos that we were making as kids, that I was making with family and friends, going back to '96 to mostly to 2003. That was the canon. Those set of years, 96, 97, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003. And then there's a bunch of videos after that, but that's not really, it's not really considered to be part of the Arnold Attic, though I thought about including it or not, and I've gone back and forth regarding that. So again, what's the Arnold Attic? I can't really do the question justice. I can't talk. Every time I talk, I say something wrong. Either say the wrong word or I say it wrongly. The only way that I talk correctly is by concentrating really, really hard and over pronunciating. Because when I don't over pronunciate and talk stupid or crazy or weird or different, then I end up slurring or not saying all the syllables or not saying them loud enough, because I guess some people kind of talk like that, like depending on the kind of accent or kind of person you are, and some people slur words and you can understand them. I'm not here to compare the way that I talk to New Yorkers or Boston people. Oh, I'm from Boston, you understand me? No, you're from Boston, how can I? I can either make a video where I rant like this, or I read off a script and talk a little robotic and to the point. I either talk too fast or too quickly. No, I said the same thing twice. Wow. Which reminds me. So, in that Osama bin Laden video from 2001, I said, we're talking about Osama bin Laden. Is he a nice guy or a good guy? Why did I say that? I don't know. I was either joking or I wasn't really thinking about what I was saying. But, I don't know what happened. But, I don't remember. I mean, I don't have memories of saying it. I have memories of watching it, but I don't know what I was thinking when I was saying it. I don't remember actually doing it. I mean, I kind of remember doing it, but I don't remember those exact words. I don't remember that part. But I do that a lot, and it's challenging because my brain is all over the place all the time, a lot of times. And I connect dots even when I'm not supposed to. You could say even when I'm not supposed to, but I do it, and I've done it, and that's what I do, and I do it, and I keep on doing it, and I don't want to stop doing it, but maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't, I don't know, but I do it, and that's what I do, and I will continue to do it. It's still a recording, okay, and I stepped on something, and it's not good. What are some of the other questions? It's difficult to remember because there's too many. Here's a question. Why is that girl in your videos? Because she was a friend of mine and it was really I can't do this. Oh man, I can't do this. I can't do this. Okay, I can do this. Alright, no. I don't know why it's so hard to talk about it. It is and it isn't because I've been a little bit emotional about it at times because it personifies a lot of things in my life. It's not just about one person or one thing. It's like it probably reminds me of a lot of things, and I would say, why do I say probably? It does, but it doesn't, and it's hard to explain, but it's always been a part of me, and I do things for a bunch of reasons, and I don't always explain why or what those reasons are, and it takes a while to explain it because it's progressive. I mean, progressive as in not that kind of progressive, but the other kind of progressive as in gradually accumulated reasoning on top of other reasonings. And I have high standards as a perfectionist and stuff. So I didn't answer the question really. I can't answer questions correctly. I mean, correctly. I mean correctly. I mean directly. That's what I meant to say. I can't do it because my mind wanders, just like my eyes wanders. It's like, is anybody looking? Let me tell you a real scoop. I think I can talk a little bit when I'm acting, and it's harder to talk when I'm not acting. And that's usually what ends up happening. Who's that girl and why is she in your videos? Well, her name is Tiffany combo, and I wanted her to be in my videos because I wanted to tell a story. And some of those videos are teaser trailers for the Arnold Attic, and she's just one of the characters, even though she's real. She's not just a character, but she was important to me growing up. She was one of my favorite friends growing up in the 90s in Oregon, and there were other people too, like Bill Bailey, and I was really fond of them. And then we probably grew apart a little bit, or I don't know exactly, but in the early 2000s we were getting older, and we were hanging out a little bit, but less and less as we got older. And then she died in 2003, and I was upset, and I felt like I could have called her the night before she died, and they say she died in her sleep, and I don't know exactly what happened, but I know that I was upset, and I also wanted to hang out with them that summer of 2003. That was my thinking, not to say what was going to happen. I was just kind of fantasizing, in the sense of, like, I wanted adventure, and I wanted to go hiking, or make videos, and all these things with them. And then we stopped hanging out after she died. Well, I mean, not just, I mean, obviously because she was dead, but also because, like, my other friend, he was not around as much, not hanging out, and he was over in another city because he moved away years ago, and he wasn't hanging out with me a lot as much after that. And so when she died, I felt like I lost two friends, and at the same time, and that was difficult. And I would talk about her over the years. I would tell her story a little bit. I would talk about her because I wanted to tell the story of how you should live in the moment, and you never know when your time will go, and when your time will be gone, and when it will be your time to go, is what I mean. It's like, I wanted to tell that story, and I include her so that I can tell that story. And that was my thinking. And I would include a lot of different things in some of the short videos, the trailers that I made, mostly around 2010 to 2012. I made these videos, and I wanted to highlight some of these people, some of these memories really quickly, to subliminally get it stuck into people's heads, and then I can work with it and talk about it in later videos, and present the Arnold Attic films later on in full, and possibly with commentary, which would be helpful. But I wanted to first have the originals in order and together, and how do I say, George Lucas-fied. I I wanted a special edition to my home videos. I wanted to try to make it as good as possible. I mean, like a special edition for Star Wars. I wanted my home videos. I wanted my home videos to be archived on hard drives and on the internet. I wanted to have backups. I wanted the originals to be safe. I wanted backups, and so I started working on that over the years. I started that as early as possibly 99 or 2000, 2001, a little bit. I would copy VCRs. I mean, did I say VCR? I would copy the videos, the VSS videos, from one VCR to another VCR. Sometimes I would do dubbing. I would dub because I was making music videos sometimes, and so I would have two VCRs connected to another VCR. You have the audio, and then you have the video going to the other VCR and record it. And then I started doing DVD and recording it to DVD, and then started uploading it to the internet, first to Zynga.com. That was before MySpace and Facebook and before Bebo. And I started uploading those videos around 2004. And that was before I got my first YouTube account in 2006. I didn't really start uploading until like 2008. And I would work on these videos off and on over the years, many times, with that in mind. Like my goal was what I said, to have a copy of those videos, of the Arnold Attic videos, the 44 tapes, the 58 DVDs, and I wanted it archived. And it's easily said than done. It's easier said than done, but I was always thinking about doing that, and I would do it, I would work on it, but I would run into problems, and it's easier said than done. It's easier said than done, but it was always a thing that I was working on off and on, and I would spend a bunch of time working on it and then come back and work on it. I would spend a bunch of hours working on it, dozens of hours for a series of weeks, and then come back to it maybe a year later or 2 years later, and I kept on doing this. And say this to say that it's been a bumpy ride. Okay, I'm diving into the details possibly too much. I either talk too much or too little. I either talk too fast or too slow, and it's very difficult to find balance in everything, because I want to be crazy, I want to be serious, I want to be boring, I want to be crazy, I want to be, what's another word for crazy, but doesn't matter, I don't know. But I like to do a lot of different things, and I've done a lot of things, but I did not take the time to build an audience on the internet. It's still a recording. That's good. It's not out of batteries yet. So I have to say, Joey Arnold, do you talk incorrectly on purpose? Or are you incapable of talking because you're kind of retarded, like Alex Jones, let me say. Yes, no, maybe, I don't know, perhaps. Kind of retarded, like Alex Jones. Alex Jones. Can you just say Alex Jones? Alex Jones. Why did you say it wrongly? Retardedly? I don't know. But here's what I gotta say. I've made a lot of videos over the years. So many years. Too many years. Since 1996. Born and raised. Started being control my neighborhood. I got in one little fight and my mom got scared. She said, stop talking incorrectly because you're kind of retarded like Alex Jones. So do you say things incorrectly on purpose? Yes and no. Sometimes it depends. Because I've made so many videos over the years and I've done different things and experimented and stuff, some of it is on purpose and some of it's accidental, depending on the year, depending on the video, depending on everything. So many things, so many variables. It depends. It depends. And the best answer from a lawyer like me, I'm not a lawyer. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. Hey, baby, let me tell you something. It's so hard to talk about, but I can tell you, it's exciting, and it's not exciting, and it's boring, and it's stupid, and it's hard, and it's the greatest thing ever, and you'll see the most and greatest fighting in the world. Why did you say that? I said that because I wanted to, and it was right before the beginning of the parody. The pair was a pair. No, it was a parody movie of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and that was in '96. First full-length, hour-long movie that we made, and I was excited about it, and I was thinking about it for a whole year before we didn't. And we did it. We did it finally around my birthday and his birthday, which is both in February, and our dad got it for his birthday, and we were able to make it. And I was talking to him about it like a year before, like in the summer of '95, and I was like, oh, I don't remember exactly, but I was talking to him about it, and I don't know who brought it up. Who brought it up first? Like probably him, but I started writing scripts for it, and we ended up doing it, and it was going off my scripts, and so I was the writer and the director, and I was the actor, and I played Billy, the Blue Ranger, who was my favorite at that time, before it ended up being Tommy later on. But for that movie, I was Billy, and I liked him because he was like me with glasses. He was a nerd and smart. I also liked Donatello as a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. He was like him too, smart, like a nerd, and I wanted to have some kind of intro to the movie, and I ended up saying it, and I just came up with it on the fly, and that's how it happened. And it just happened on the fly, and I kept it in. But obviously, why would I not keep it in? But going back to another question. What's another question? What's another question, Joey Arnold? Um, hmm. I really got to do a proper React video. Try not to copyright that word. Don't copyright that word, but some people, some people might have done that or tried to do that with their React channel on the YouTube. That's right. Okay. Wow. Weird, don't you think? I don't know. But let me say something. Around 2009, I started becoming famous on YouTube, and I started getting around 200,000 views. And that's not to mention the Michael Jackson video that I uploaded was just an interview of Michael Jackson and the guy talking to him. It's not my video. Somebody else uploaded it, and I downloaded it, and I uploaded it, and I got around almost 1 million views. But that doesn't count. It doesn't matter. I mean, because it's not me. It's not my video. I just uploaded it. But again, but I have to say, I started getting a lot of views for reaction videos, and most of those reaction videos were me doing a little bit of karaoke where I'm singing. It's like a cover to some of the most popular songs that were trending on YouTube around that time, mostly 2009. And then I started getting like around 30,000 views per video. And I was looking at the comments, and most of them were not in English. They were in like German and Dutch and probably mostly German. And I would go to Google Translate and translate them and see that most of the comments, like out of the I don't know how many hundreds to thousands of comments, most of them were saying, "Look at this guy. You know, he's kind of retarded. He's kind of retarded, like stuff like that. Like, what's wrong with him? What's wrong with his face?" And I had a beard and no mustache, so it's like Abraham Lincoln on drugs, and it was insane. And a lot of things has happened in my life, and I would upload videos randomly. So I did that for a bunch of reasons. It's kind of hard to summarize, but it's like I wanted it out there, but I also wanted to copy, and I'm also never really happy with my work, and I never want people to see it, but then I force myself to kind of put it up there just so that there's a copy in case something happens, or if I never get around to doing it, I have it there, then I can work on it later and make it better kind of thing. This is a thing that artists struggle with kind of thing, and I kind of knew that about myself, and I was thinking I'm gonna just like I'm gonna put my work online and have it there, and then perhaps go back to it and finish it. But here are the raw footage. Here are the videos, unfinished, unpolished, and some of them were finished. Just a few out of the thousands of videos, and then I was also looking ahead and thinking, if I'm banned, all my videos will go down with it. If I'm suspended and terminated off YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and everywhere else, what am I gonna do? Well, I better make multiple accounts so that if one goes down, at least I'll have copies of it on those other channels. That's right. And so I was thinking ahead, and I ended up losing at least 3 of those channels out of the around 40 channels that I've made as of 2021 on YouTube alone. I'm not even going to talk about Facebook and Twitter and everything else. We're not here to talk about that right now. Why would you? And why is it important? Why do people care? Why should people care? Did I say why do people care? People don't care. Do people care? Maybe some people do. I don't know. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, brother. What? Are you Hulk Hogan? No. I'm your uncle. What? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you. I like talking to myself. I think it's funny. Some people think it's funny. I do it sometimes, but it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard. I'm probably gonna end this video really soon. But before I do, let me try to remember what I was saying. Let me go check, see if it's still recording. Then I'm gonna talk about some more things. Joey Arnold, do you talk incorrectly on purpose? Or are you just totally retarded and unable to communicate? Well, I tell you, I'm kind of retarded like Alex Jones, but at the same time, I do it on purpose, and sometimes I do it accidentally and I don't know about it. But the older I get, the more I'm aware and I think about it, and I work on it. But it depends on the video. Out of all the thousands of videos I've had since '96, it depends, and it's really hard to summarize. I've done a lot of different things, good and bad, and I don't always know what's happening, what's going on. Like, I don't know. It just depends on the day. Am I having a bad day? Am I tired? Am I exhausted? Am I doing it on purpose? Am I doing it accidentally? What's going on? Or any variations therein. Because life is complex and it's hard to know, especially when you're on the internet like me as a public persona or whatever it is, whatever I am. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I don't know. But I grew up not knowing how to talk because I was partly deaf for the first year or two of my life. I was homeschooled and my mom helped, and a lot of other things helped, and I started hearing better, and then the hearing tubes were taken out. When I was around 10, I started learning how to talk better, but still there were some sounds that were difficult to say, and I would struggle, and I would work on it, and I would have some speech therapy, and I went to high school, I went to some colleges, and I went on to work as a camp counselor and a dishwasher and working with the Salvation Army in Hawaii. You know, I was working in Oregon and New York and West Virginia and California, and then I went to Vietnam, and I was teaching English in Vietnam for 5 years. And I say all that to say that I've been around. I'm not just a retarded person or whatever that I am or am not. I am not, but I am, but I'm not. But it's a long story, and I've done a bunch of things for a lot of reasons, or accidentally, depending on everything, and I can't do this justice. I cannot do this justice. I'm I'm thinking about just uploading this video, even though it's kind of retarded. But kind of like me, I always have a lot on my mind, and that's why it's hard to talk, because my mind is like, what about this? What about that? Wait, what this, that? No, wait. And here's another question. Okay, another question. I don't know if anybody asked. Let's pretend people asked this question. Okay, so Joey Arnold, why are you so retarded? Why do you talk so slowly about details that nobody cares about? Because sometimes I was thinking to myself, I need to put in the details for the record, and I want it there for the record, and that's the point of having something for the record, because it was like autobiographical and historical and boring. Some of the videos are not meant to be interesting in the sense of like a normal YouTube video where you have a jump cut every 5 seconds. I eat pineapple. Look, I'm a pear. I don't know, an orange. What? So random. Like, even though, you know, I made videos like that, but, I mean, random videos, or, you know, what I was talking about earlier about the Arnold Attic teaser trailer films videos. I mean, it's like it's really random, but it's not random to me, but I just haven't taken the time to explain it. But I'm going to eat right now. I'm hungry, and I got a lot of other things I'm doing. I'm not going to talk about that right now, but I feel like it's important. The stuff I do is important, I think, but I could be wrong. Who knows? And who cares? Who cares, right? I don't know. But let me say this. I'm probably really crazy, and I'm probably really boring, and I'm probably really, really not crazy too. And doesn't matter, and does it not matter, and does it matter again? I don't know. And I could talk about that forever and ever and ever and ever. And I do, and I have, and I will continue to do that for many, many reasons. And I will try to make a reaction video to that video about me, about the Arnold Attic, and what are you, who are you, no answers. There are answers, it just would require a lot of digging, a lot of rabbit trails, because it's in my blog that I'm still writing ongoing every day, working on it and everything, you know, on Hive blog and steamit.com and everywhere else where I post my daily blogs and articles and everything that I do. And I don't care if people take my videos or my memes, my articles. It's not copyrighted. It's nothing. You can do whatever you want or say it's yours or whatever you want. I don't care. And I do things that I will continue to not talk right, but I will work on that. And I have to say that I'm sorry, but I'm not apologizing. That's not funny. It is funny. It's not funny. It's like I'm Joe Rogan, and a Joe Rogan word. I'm not gonna say it right now, but I think it doesn't matter. I think it does matter, but it doesn't. But it, you know, sticks and bones break my bones, but words will never hurt me unless if it's a Joe Rogan word. Then you're gonna be canceled. If you apologize, you're going off the cliff. And so it's like, I think he did not really apologize in the sense of like saying, I'm not going to be myself. I'm not going to do what I do, what I've done. I'm not going to continue to do what I do. He was not really saying that. If you really watch those videos where he's talking about that and saying sorry, I think people were not really thinking hard enough about Joe Rogan and what he said. Hey, Joe. Yes. What he was saying was like, if I hurt your feelings, I'm sorry. It was stupid. But he was using that word to talk about what other people said when they used the word. And you could say, like, they shouldn't have said it, but it's like you're quoting somebody. It's like, what's up with that? But let me say this. My goal is a lot of things. I can't summarize it. But I've been busy, and so then I end up not really getting around to working on my videos, for example, or anything else. I could probably name you 100 things. I'm not joking. Like, if you went to my blog, if you go to my websites, you may see some of it, but then at the same time, you may not totally know what you're looking at. But it would take you hundreds of hours to look through all the stuff that I have on the internet, and I kind of joke around a little bit, like, oh, don't look at my stuff. Because it's like, I kind of want you to look at my stuff, but it's like, if I tell you to look at it, you don't look at it. If I tell you not to look at it, maybe you do. Reverse psychology. Does it work? I don't know. It depends on the person, because you got free will, baby, hey, baby, yo. And that's what it's all about. So for the record, I like to be on the record to put out my side of the story regarding everything, anything, whatever.